What's up, guys? It's Coop Dizzle here, and welcome back for episode 12 of StreamCraft. It is another beautiful day on the StreamCraft server, and I have an epic build to share with you guys today. Actually, it's I've barely even started on it, so we're going to get to go through it together this week. And I don't want to tell you exactly what it is right now. I am going to show you in just a minute, and we're going to get started on this bad boy. It is going to be totally awesome, but more on that in just a second. There we go. First, after my last video, Chewy had commented on it, and for those of you who didn't catch the last episode, basically in the server tour episode, I pranked everyone's plot by bone mealing it, because a lot of players haven't been on in a while, and so I just made it look like their grass was out of control, you know, because they haven't been taking care of it. So Chewy delivered a notice to me for the StreamCraft Homeowners Association saying that they had a lack of trash bins. So anyway, I thought he just bone mealed around the place a little bit, but then he commented on my video and said, hey, you might want to check your chests. So I thought we'd come over here real quick back to the spawn town and take a look here. Let's see. Alright, so far so good. So far so good. Well, oh, there we go. There's some more of the grass that he got. Is it just there? Let me see. Let's go ahead and collect this. We'll go ahead and clean up. Can I not? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and clean up these chests. I don't know where he put it exactly. So, nice, Chewy. I finally got up the courage to come and look and see just how bad it is. Yeah. Alright, guys. So, anyway, that's pretty funny, Chewy. I like it. Good show. Well played. Alright, that's cool. Well, anyway, so I'm going to go through the rest of my chests here and just pick up all this grass, and then I will meet you guys back at the at our base area. LOL. He hasn't been spelling out messages the whole time, has he? Well, anyway, very good. So anyway, like I said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of these chests, and I will meet you back at the base, and I will show you exactly what we're doing today. It's going to be awesome. Alright, guys, so here we are back at the base, and you can just see it off to my right, your left in the background there. And today, my friends, today we are building the forest. That's right, the whole reason that I wanted to chop down all of those dang jungle trees, the reason I had to have the jungle biome, was for today, and I am so excited to finally be getting on this thing. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to take too much time doing this, but I just want to walk you through and show you kind of what the vision is, okay? This whole area right now, except for the oak trees, it's pretty devoid of trees, and that's because we're going to be building custom trees everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So when you come out of the portal, I'm going to make this a 3-wide portal, and we're going to do something to kind of dress it up. But when you walk through the portal, you're going to have this path. Now, just so you know, the path is not going to be all coarse dirt. I just did this to kind of lay the path out, and we're going to come back through and add some texture to the path later. That'll probably be one of the last things we do, I imagine. But anyway, so you're walking along, you'll be surrounded by absolutely massive trees. Now, what I'll tell you about the trees is we're going to be using the tall oak trees as a base. I can't individually build all of the trees because they're going to be probably like a couple hundred trees at least, but there's going to be, yeah, I'm going to go through hundreds of saplings. I know it. I just know it. So anyway, so we're going to start with those as a base, and a lot of the trees are going to be filler, kind of in the background, but all of the trees along this path I'm going to augment with logs, and then we're going to do some extra stuff to kind of decorate them up. So the trees themselves look real nice. We're going to have all types of plant life, even plant life that looks like it shouldn't necessarily belong, but it'll fit in. It'll fit in. It just isn't something that naturally happens in Minecraft. Now over here, underneath the floating island, I came up here and I did some major landscaping. We're going to have a little bit of a pond, I guess, in here. And this is all dug out. I'll show you what we're going to do with this in a minute, okay? But we're going to have a pond here, and have a little waterfall that comes down and trickles down into a stream. And I wish I could make it more of like a river, but I just think this is way too small to be a river. But anyway, everything about the pond and the river will be customized, so it's not going to look like anything you find in natural terrain gen, but we're going to make it look really, really cool, and it's going to trickle into this little pond over here. And then across that river, we're going to have a bridge, so we'll build that. The path is going to curve over here, and mostly this is just going to be tons of trees and wildlife. Well, I say wildlife, not animals necessarily, but just plant life and things like that. It's going to be super pretty to look at. I just want it to be, what's the word I'm looking for here? Engrossing? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, but I just want it to kind of suck you in and take you to like a magical place. I don't know, but it's going to be really cool, guys. I can't promise that this is going to all get done in one episode. It might be too much, but what I can promise is that we're going to get a super sweet time lapse out of it, and also that it is going to be amazing when it's done. It's going to be so worth it. So anyway, I think this we'll do some stuff to kind of customize this shoreline and make it really pretty. And I think that'll be kind of a cool thing to look at as you pass by. This hill used to connect all the way across, so I did a lot of landscaping on that to kind of clear some room for some trees and some bushes and things like that. And this will lead us up to the door. Now, I'm not going to do the door in this episode, but I mentioned in the last episode this will be a 4x4 piston door. So you'll walk through and it will just kind of reveal the city, which will be really cool, especially once we get more of our tall structures put in. Now, I do need to get a few more resources together before I actually get started doing stuff, but let's see, is it this one? So as I was saying, I need to get a few more resources together, but I think we're going to be good to go for the most part. No, it's not that one. There it is. Like, will this be enough saplings? I have another couple of stacks of saplings somewhere, but I think that this will be enough saplings. I did this on a smaller scale in an Xbox server that I was part of for a while, and I did go through several stacks of saplings. That's how I know these will be like hundreds of trees. We're going to use 2 saplings per tree, and that's still, I'm just hoping this will be enough saplings. I've got some oak leaves here, and I think, yeah, some more oak leaves here, and hopefully that'll be enough for the trees that are going to be on the pathway at least, so we can augment them. I'll use jungle leaves for a couple of things here and there. I actually didn't need that many, but I have them just in case. And then we've got some plant life, and actually I'm going to need to get some more mushrooms. That's going to be part of it, but we're going to be using everything, guys. Netherwort, sugarcane, pumpkins, melons, different flower types, you name it. I mean, vines, yeah. I don't know if that'll be enough vines. That probably won't be, but I have this really efficient vine farm over here. And anyway, guys, it's going to look so cool. I can't wait to get started on it. So, oh, by the way, real quick, I fixed this map. Basically, what I had to do, if you saw the last episode, I updated it after we did the walls. And there was this part kind of over here that was looking really derpy. And I didn't know what the deal was, but all I had to do was take the map and then walk more over in that direction for it to update properly. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get some sleep real quick, and then what we're going to do is we're going to head over to that pond area and get started. I think we're going to do the pond and the river first so that we can do the bridge, and then after we get that done, then we'll start working on the trees and bushes and stuff along the pathway. Once we get the pathway done, then we'll be ready to start filling in the whole rest of this area with our custom trees. So let me get some resources together and I will see you there. Alright, guys, so we're back over here. We were just here a moment ago, but I was mentioning this is going to be a pond, and basically what I've dug out here is I've dug out the basic shape, and I've set it up so that everywhere where there already are blocks, I can just lay down the blocks that I want. So I don't actually have to go in and shape it out anymore. Like literally, I might replace some of these things on top with some sand or something like that. But literally I can just go through here and put down the blocks that I want on each layer. And then I think what I'll end up doing is covering like this second layer down. I think I might fill this in with dirt or some type of block, and then create infinite water sources on top, and then just break it and let it go down. We'll probably do something like that to actually fill it with water, but the idea for this is that rather than having just dirt or sand or gravel or whatever like you would in normal Minecraft terrain gen, we're going to try and make it look a little more lifelike. And I will put a little bit of lighting at the bottom somehow. But for example, alright, here's some of the materials we're going to be using. We're going to spruce up the whole area with plant life, of course, all around the pond. But for example, the soul sand I'm going to end up using in place of mud. And I might mix that in with some coarse dirt as well. Like I said, we will add some sand to the area. And we're going to add like some rocks in there too. That's what the mossy stone is for. And we're basically going to be doing that for the whole river. And I might even do that a little bit at the pond over there too. At some point, I guess I'm going to have to, huh? So that's the plan for the pond itself. And then we're going to just add lots of plant life and make it really thick looking all around it. So it should end up looking really cool. And some of the resources I brought so that I could kind of make this floating island a little bit better on the bottom side, because that could be part of your view too. And I'm going to go ahead and build up some custom trees all along the edge here, as long as they're not going to run into the top of this, because they are quite tall. So I'm going to leave that mostly bushes and stuff like that and fairly clear. Sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. Like over here, for example, where there is some room, we'll definitely be putting in some of those custom trees on sort of the hedge line. So anyway, guys, enough talking about it. I'm just going to do up this whole thing pretty much, and that's just to save some time on the video, okay, because I want to try my best to get this entire project done in one episode. And I mean, I did this something similar. It was like less than half the scale, and it took me like 20 hours, okay? So I've got to bust it and just give you occasional progress updates when we finish an area. So enough talking about it, guys. I'm going to get on it, and I'll show you how this area and the river and that pond and all that stuff, I'll come back and show you how it turned out. Alright, guys, check it out. We have made some progress for sure. And I'm probably just going to jump from place to place in the video, just because now that I've got these trees here, and now that we have done the 1.8.2 pre-release, I don't know which one of those is the culprit, but anytime I walk through this area, I get a huge drop in FPS, and which is really disappointing. That actually started happening right after the pre-release came out, and it's funny because it's supposed to be like a bug fix pre-release, but I don't know, that happened with the 1.8 release as well. I had FPS problems for a few weeks. It actually made me want to stop playing for a while and play another game. But then after a couple of weeks, it seemed like it fixed itself. But anyway, guys, enough with that. If I do some unexpected cuts, or if you don't see me walking around here a lot, that's why. But as you can see, I have done a ton of work. It's taken several hours to do this much, and it's just a small part of the map. Oh, we have a little invader over there. Well, I'm just going to let that go. But anyway, let's go take a look. Alright, well, here we are. I have made a ton of progress. It's been several hours since my last cut, and I think the last time you saw all of this, it was just kind of like a ditch in the ground. But now, as you can see, we have a nice little stream here, and there's a waterfall right there, and I've got basically some cobblestone stairs just acting like rocks that the water kind of flows around as it comes down, which I think is quite nice. And let's see, the stream is lined with some things like some mossy cobblestone just acting as rocks. I'm using cobblestone slabs as kind of little, I don't know, piles of rocks here and there. We're using wheat, we're using sugarcane, nether wart, just some different things to kind of make this place look a little bit different, and you'll see kind of the full intended effect up there. But also inside of the stream and also in the both of the ponds, I've used sand and what is that, coarse dirt and soul sand, to kind of give it a like a muddy kind of look to it. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Part of me wanted to make this kind of go down a level. Did that guy walk over here somewhere? Oh yeah, he's right over there. But anyway, part of me wanted to make this go down a level and kind of line that with a bunch of sugarcane and stuff like that, but then the stream wouldn't be very wide, and I didn't want to make it much wider than this total. But anyway guys, so let's go check this out up here real quick. Again, I've just tried to add some little details like the shaped rocks and dirt, I don't know, rock piles and things like that. We've got a lot of bushes hanging out and things like that. And anyway, yeah, here's the pond. I'm really pretty happy with how this turned out. And everything else that's going on right now, what's up, dude? Everything else that's going on right now is kind of just, it's like halfway done. But this is the only area so far, this little pond, that I feel like is really done. Or is it? Do I have some vines over here? They might all be in my other chest. No, I've got some. Okay, so we'll go and fix one thing real quick that I kind of forgot about. But yeah, so just taking a look from this perspective, dude, could you just get out of the way, please? I would attack you if I didn't have problems with my touchpad. But anyway, yeah, so we're just basically using all kinds of plant life. And then basically right here, I just need to kind of do a little bit of vine placing. Let's see, like that. Maybe something like that. That'll grow down. And yeah, we'll just keep it there. Should be good. We'll put one right there. And maybe to make that a little bit lower. Something like this. I call that good. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, all the trees are going to have vines that kind of grow down, and they're acting as sort of like a moss that's growing up. But yeah, so we've got the rose bushes. I use this little trick where you can put them one block down to kind of give it a different look. We've got mushrooms growing in the area, different types of flowers. That's actually a jack-o'-lantern, but it's meant to look more like a pumpkin while also providing light. I've limited the growth of the sugarcane in some places by using string. And yeah, just putting like wheat and netherwort in unexpected places. Having the mushrooms hanging around just kind of adds, I don't know, it just makes it unique, I think. And the trees themselves, that's kind of like a filler tree, so that's not a completed one either. But a lot of the trees are going to be like skinny filler trees. The completed trees are the ones that they're mostly 2x2, and then I've kind of added to them by kind of building up little root systems and things like that around them. And that's going to be kind of the premise or the idea behind most of the trees that you will see that will be visible, I guess. So here's the nether portal over here. Eventually I'm going to make this 3 wide and kind of build a little something around it to make that look a little bit nicer. And as you come on the pathway, I'm thinking about putting in a little branching path here that kind of leads up to this pond as well. So, not sure if I'm going to do that yet because I want to basically line that path with those 2x2 oak trees that I was showing you over there. So I may not do that. I may just let you kind of, you know, like if you're walking and there's going to be a bridge over that stream, but if you're looking up at that waterfall, like for example, you might never even think to go up there unless you're just curious to see where the waterfall comes from. And likewise, I think I might just do that. Leave this area to be discovered, so to speak, kind of hidden behind the trees. If you want to look at it, you can, and it'll be finished, you know. So like right now, I just kind of wanted to show this because this is sort of still in progress. Okay, so it's easy to see what I did here. I basically am trying to grow the tall trees and just stack one on top of another. And we're basically using that as a base for the thicker oak trees, and that way a lot of it's already done, and it works out pretty well too, because you never know what shape you're going to get with those tall trees. Some of them are like the really tall, kind of crazy trees, and then sometimes they're kind of like the boring, straight up oak trees. They're just a little bit taller than your shorter ones. So you never know, and it just kind of randomizes it for me a bit, which is nice, and then I can just kind of randomize the base and build out the trunk a little here. And I occasionally put down some oak leaves as well, if I need to thicken it up in certain places, but I haven't had to do that a whole lot lately. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to show you this so you could see what it looks like when it's still in progress. I think a lot of the stuff on the ground though is pretty much complete. Like I've gone through and added all kinds of different flowers, and since this pond's a bit bigger than the other one, I went ahead and put some sugar cane coming up out of the water as well. Oh my gosh, that car was loud. Sorry guys. But anyway, so yeah, we still have like the lilies and stuff, and I kind of wish you could see this at night too. I have some jack-o'-lanterns, like you can see where there's a block missing there. I have jack-o'-lanterns down there to kind of light up the bottom of the pond, which is it's nice looking, you know. But anyway, yeah, so like I was saying, the ground area of this meadow or pond or whatever is pretty much done, and all I really have to do to finish this place off is to finish the trees themselves. So just thickening up the trunks, kind of creating root systems at the bottom, and then adding the vines to give the mossed over effect, I guess. And I think that's going to look really nice. So I might do a little cut and kind of show you how it changes. So in fact, I think that'll be the next thing I do, but in case I do anything else before the next cut, the other thing I might do is this pathway. I might go ahead and get a start on that. And I think before I build the trees up around it, I think I'm actually going to randomize the path itself. So far I've just added this brown wool, or I should say brown carpet in some places, and that's to hide jack-o'-lanterns, which is no big surprise, but it kind of works out. And basically I'm just going to randomize some brownish textures, including one that will be a little bit less noticeable will be putting in regular dirt. So like for example, I'm probably not going to put it on the outsides because I don't really want the grass to creep in more than it has. Or maybe I will, I don't know for sure yet. But for example, if I put this here... Oh, dang it. Anyway, you can see, like I just updated my texture pack to make sure. I think in the default texture pack, the coarse dirt texture and the regular dirt texture are pretty much identical. Like I couldn't see a difference. So I went ahead and updated my faithful texture pack, and there is a slight difference. The coarse dirt is just a little bit darker, but you know, if you went and added one of these in here and there, it wouldn't make a huge difference when you step back, but it would be a slight variance. So I think I'm going to use that. I may add some more carpet in certain places just to kind of give that mounding look, or that uneven look. And also, what have I got? I've got brown stained clay and podzol as well. I'm going to see how podzol looks when I mix that in here. So we'll have like 3 or 4 textures thrown in. Got to add a bridge here at some point, and anywhere where we have these kind of step ups, I'm going to be adding some slabs. I think probably some spruce slabs or some dark oak slabs. I'm not sure which one yet, so maybe the dark oak slabs will look good. Man, there's so much to do, guys. After that, we've got to line this whole pathway with bushes and plant life and trees, and the bodies of water, as you can see, I'm paying very close attention to, and I've only got one more of those to do, and it's going to be this shoreline over here. Oh, that's actually quite a lot to do now that I look at it. That is a huge kind of coastline or a shoreline to do, and I may not even do all of it or do a whole lot with it. I don't know. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go customize that entire area, or at least not in this episode, guys. Like I said, this has already taken several hours for me to do. But yeah, and so we'll just line this again with bushes and plant life and those thick trees. And I think it's going to turn out really spectacular, you know. So I'm really excited about it, guys. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little progress update. And yeah, I'm going to crack on and get back with it. Actually, before I do that, I'd like to go ahead and do a map update. Because with 1.8, they updated the colors used on the map. So what I'm expecting is that these roads will actually look like nether brick. That's what I'm hoping. And then let's see, where's that nether portal? It's that little rectangle right there. This little hilly area is the floating island, and that's the pond I was just showing you a minute ago. So we should be able to see the coarse dirt path kind of winding around, I guess, through here and around here and then up to here. We'll see a lot more green in this area over here, and then hopefully some color updates. So here we go. Here's before, and here's the after shot. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. This red color, it almost seems a little too... It almost stands out a little bit too much, especially with the sandstone border. But I do appreciate that it doesn't just blend in with the walls anymore. I think that's pretty cool. And likewise over here, where you've got the... gosh, what's that called? Not andesite, not diorite, I don't think. Well, anyway, the sandy colored one, that stands out too. That used to be solid gray. And you can see that there is a border on the walkway on the walls, which is awesome. And yeah, we've got the pathway here. We've got all the tall trees, and eventually, guys, maybe I should sleep soon, but eventually this whole thing, I might leave some of this open, but almost all of this land over here is going to be filled, and it's going to look as green as this area over here, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully a little bit of that pathway will still be visible. But yeah, that is awesome. So good work on that, Mojang. I'm going to get to sleep and get back to work, and then I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, well actually I've decided that we're just going to call it an episode for here, because there is so much work left to be done. Originally I planned on delaying this episode for a week because my work schedule last week was just so hectic. I didn't really have time to do a lot of work on Minecraft. Most of this stuff I got done in about, 8 hours or something, but in the last couple of days, you know. So, but anyway, please let me know what you thought about it. If you liked what we got done so far, if you liked the ponds and the river, and just kind of how our custom biome is coming along, then hit the thumbs up button. Show me some support. It really does help. And yeah, I think our base is coming along really, really well. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to keep working on it with you guys, but it'll be good. You know, my episodes normally run over half an hour, and this one will be under half an hour finally, which I think is a good thing. So anyway guys, let me know if you liked it in the comment section. Feel free to hang out with me and let me know what you think I could do to improve the biome, our custom biome. If there are any tweaks that you think I can make, I will definitely get those in as I start working on the next episode. So until then guys, oh yeah, and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so you can follow along with this awesome project. I'm really having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you are too, guys. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. May you be happy, may you be well. Until next time, take care. I'll see you later.